Do you want me to introduce?
Go on then, I'll let you.
So good morning everyone, and here we are for another Thursday PiPscast.
Hello.
So for those, I'll just stuck my finger in my ear.
Should we start again?
Yeah, let's start that again. Okay. So good morning everyone, and here we are for another Thursday PiPscast.
Hello.
Hello. So those of you that are new to our channel, and there's quite a few of you who have joined us in the last... Yeah, welcome, definitely. The PiPscast is our Thursday video that we do. It's just a chat. It's just us on here having a chat. There's no editing, usually no overlays, just us chatting with you guys about our week and how it's been.
Yep.
So yeah.
Usually all the little incidental things that you never capture on camera or set out to film. So.
Yeah, just us having a chat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's been quite a busy week this week so far. As you saw on the last video, we've started renovations. Is that the right word?
Yep.
Yeah, renovations on our tiny house in our village, and that's partly for the reason why we're now sitting down on our little cabin.
To have a break from the dust and the dirt.
Have a little bit of a break. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just really nice down here.
Oh, it is. It's just so good for the soul.
It is. It's just lovely down here. Yeah. So, yeah, so what were you thinking about the house renovation? Do you want to tell people about the house renovation so far?
Yep.
Because I'm shattered.
We are completely shattered.
It's been a busy week.
So last Saturday's video was probably the worst video we've ever made in terms of filming and content. I wasn't well all that week, and you had everything to do, as well as like dragging me along on the work that we had decided we were going to start. But I've got to say, like I don't know, we always want to live in a space so that we know we're using it correctly, so that it's going to perform the best for us, so that it's just the way that we want it to be. So we've sat in this house for a year. Well, we haven't literally sat in the house for a year, you know. But every little job that we do just makes a fabulous difference.
It does, yeah, it does. We took a door frame out, and all of a sudden, I think I said it on the video actually, yeah, we took a door frame out, and all of a sudden everything just seemed to get a little bit brighter. Then we'd knocked a little piece of a wall down, and it was just nice to not see that crumbling wall anymore, so it made a difference. All these little jobs. Yeah, and this weekend, or this week rather, as you will see this weekend, hopefully, if we get a video together, we've knocked...
It's quite a big job.
Yeah, we've knocked a big wall down, so that's really extended our living space. Yeah, absolutely, which is really nice. But you were saying, so all of these little improvements are just... Yeah,
they just open the space up, or they make it lighter, or you can then visualise how it's going to be when we get everything finished, and it's just really exciting and uplifting. So,
yeah, it is really, isn't it? Because we're starting to see the possibility of what it could be now. And you've been amazing doing the
I love a bit of
plastering. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely. So that's been really, really cool. Yeah.
And a couple of jobs that you think, oh, we've looked at it and gone, as soon as you start picking away at that, that's just going to be horrendous. And they just haven't been too bad. You know?
No, it's not been too bad, really. Yeah, it's kind of dreading some of the jobs, but honestly, they've been okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's just because we've been looking at them for so long, and we're going, oh, goodness me. But
building it up in your mind.
Yeah, building it up, that's right, and just overthinking it, I suppose. But really, it's not been too bad. Yeah, it's only a small house.
It is, yes. Yeah. So there's only a finite amount of work that can be done to it. You've been all confused, haven't you, little Max? Hey?
Yeah, Max hasn't found really a space for himself just yet.
Yeah, a place to sit and to be.
Yeah.
But never mind.
Yeah, but before this week, we had a really nice weekend.
Lovely weekend, yeah.
Yeah, an international recording artist, Jean Mann, came to our village here, and she did a an intimate concert for us in the village, which was absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
It was for raising money, so Jean came to do it for free, and it was for raising money for the Bombeiras here in Portugal.
Yes, so obviously we had the fire that was right in the village, and we just wanted to put a bit back for all of the effort and expense that I had taken to put the fire out.
Yeah. And €400.
Yes.
400 euros was raised. So thank you very much to Peter and Lainey for hosting that
and organising.
It was absolutely wonderful. I recorded the concert, or at least some of the concert, Jean's original music. Recorded that, and what we're going to do is we're going to release that video as a standalone video on we're going to release it on Sunday. So we'll release our standard video on Saturday evening, and then we're going to release Jean's video on Sunday morning. So if you want to watch that, and you do, because it is so nice, make sure you subscribe so you get a notification on Sunday morning that we've released that video. And then next week what we're going to do is we're going to do a little competition. It's not really a competition, but we're going to do a little
a giveaway.
That's probably a better way of saying it. We're going to do a giveaway, related to Jean's concert. So Sunday morning, going to release Jean's video. Be ready for that, because honestly it's lovely.
Yes.
Really nice. Yeah.
So just a really nice chilled out weekend, and we invited friends, and everybody else in the village invited friends, and all of the village came. So there was Portuguese, there was family of the people who live in the village came visiting in for the weekend. All kinds, Dutch,
people
German,
from everywhere.
English,
honestly, it was
everywhere.
a really nice concert. Probably, I don't know how many people were there, in all honesty, probably
40 or 50.
I was going to say 40. I was going to say maybe 40. 40 or 50 people. It was really lovely. And everybody was so quiet, apart from when Jean asked us to join in, which was also very lovely. Apart from that, the audience were just so quiet and just listening and appreciative. It was just a really nice show, wasn't it? You could really take the music in. Really nice. Yeah. So, in other news. Just thought I'd try that to see if it worked. Did it work?
Depends what you're going to say.
Oh, I was going to talk about the car.
Oh, yes. So the car.
Should we talk about the car now? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wanted to sort of say.
Go on then.
I don't know. Our experience of mechanics and garages in the UK hasn't always been positive. I mean, there are some very good ones, I'm not denying that, but when we came to Portugal, we've had completely different experiences of business, where business isn't just, this is my business and once you give me your money you're done with. It's, I don't know, they take you as part of the community and their business is part of the community. So if you think there's something wrong with your car, then they'll check it out for you by all means. But if it doesn't actually need any work, they'll say, well, no, I can't do that because it doesn't need doing. So our example this week was the car. The car has had a squeak.
It's still got a squeak, but yeah.
And we were under the impression that it needed some new brake pads because of the squeak. So you went and you booked it in. And
I booked it in.
Yeah. Our friend had offered very kindly to do it for us, but when we went to order the brake pads, they said, oh, well, for your model of car, there's at least 2 different kinds, and we won't know which one it is until we're in there and
have a look at them.
having a look.
Yeah.
So
So the idea was we were going to buy the brake pads,
take them away, and our friend would fit them.
Yeah, but then they said, it could be one of two, so we didn't want to take the wrong brake pads away.
Yeah.
Obviously, tried to fit them, they didn't fit, and then we had to take them back. And
and they also said they can only guarantee them if they fit them.
Yeah.
So
fair enough.
That was fair enough.
And honestly, I'll just point in there the cheapness of the fitting. It was very reasonable for them to fit them as well, over and above the price of the brake pads. So it wasn't honestly, for them to fit them, we may as well have just got them to do it anyway, to save our friend a job anyway. But thanks very much anyway, John, for the offer. It's really cool.
Yeah. So then you took the car into town, and you dropped it off, went off to get a coffee and a wander around and everything, and within about sort of half an hour they were phoning back, but they were phoning to me because I've got the Portuguese telephone number, and they were like, "We must speak to your husband." And I was like, oh dear, there's something really bad wrong with the car, it's not just the brake pads. And then the lady hung up, and 2 minutes later the mechanic called and said, "Your husband must come, he must come now." I'm like, "He's on his way, he's on his way."
I'd walked a little bit too far away. I think the idea was that I should have just gone across the road and had a coffee, but I thought I'm going to nip out, have a bit of a wander.
Yeah, you thought you had a couple of hours.
I thought I had a bit of time, but yeah.
So I was in like, oh no, it's going to be a big job and there's something else wrong, and no. And then eventually you went back and
eventually I got there.
Yeah.
About half an hour later. I was half an hour away. Yeah. I was half an hour away from the garage. Yeah.
And there was nothing wrong with the brake pads.
No, they were fine.
He said, in all honesty, I can't change them because there's nothing wrong with them. And you squeak. It just sometimes when it's really hot or when it's really cold,
that's
just squeaks in Portugal.
He said there's a problem in Portugal, brakes squeaking. That's actually what he said. I think it was just because maybe it was the only English he knew. He might have said it might have been like, you might have dust on your brakes, but he didn't know the English for that. So he just says, there's squeaks. It happens. And I thought, fair enough. Yeah. So our bill, which would have been 200 and something euros.
Yeah, 200 plus. Yeah. Turned out to be about.
It was £5.89. Or €5. €5.89. Yeah. So really, that was just a check, just to check it out, just to kind of see. And I mean, they're not perfect. Obviously, the brake pads aren't perfect. They're wear and tear. They do get worn down. But he was at the point, and I think that's the thing here in Portugal. They don't just replace it willy-nilly. I think as well because people can't. I think about it, people just can't afford necessarily just to buy brake pads all the time, so they kind of like, they think about their customer and they think, look, it's probably got another year in those brake pads, let's just leave them. I don't know, it's just nice, it's a nice way of thinking about it, I suppose. And they don't just replace them willy-nilly. Yeah.
And don't just take your money off you blindly.
Is that what you think they do in the UK?
On occasions I think we have had.
I think we've probably had some work done in the UK that we probably didn't need due to our lack of knowledge, I suppose, of cars or whatever it might be. However, we have had some good mechanics as well, in all honesty, we have. I think that's been, just the way it is, I suppose, wherever you are. It's going to be good mechanics and bad mechanics, I would imagine. So does that bring us to the end of that video already?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
It's the sun's just creeping around,
so coming around,
I either sit back here and you can't see me because it's really dark, or I come forward and I get blinded. But I'm going to go and water all my garden and water my trees and spend a bit of time here, and then I think we're meeting friends for lunch. I
think we're off to Castelo Branco, we're off shortly. I'm going to edit this video, get it up on the YouTube, and I think that's it.
Yep.
So, video on Saturday, if I manage to get it edited in time, and don't forget video on Sunday of Jean.
Yes.
Definitely have to watch that, it was so good. And then, so that's it, so we'll see you again on Saturday. Take care everyone, and we will see you on
the next one.
Take care everyone. Bye bye then. Bye bye.